Hello, my friends. It's Antoinette Blake, the Delaware blogger, coming to you with a New Year, New You Friday Foodie feature. And I've always wanted to make a seafood or shrimp bisque. So I looked on the internet. I came up with a bunch of recipes, nothing that I really like. So I said I'm going to do something and put a twist on it. So what I have here, and first and foremost, you can use your skillet to melt the butter and saute your scallions, but I'm doing it right now in the crock pot. I put 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter in the crock pot, and it is now melting, and then I'm going to cut up those 3 scallions and I'm going to put that in. Now the other ingredients for this seafood bisque, as you can see, is some mushrooms. I chose the pieces and stems. I think I'm going to use 2 cans of this. This is a 4 ounce. So this is 4 ounces of mushroom pieces and stems. You can use a garlic clove, but I decided instead to use the minced garlic. I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Tomato paste, 6 ounce or half a cup of any style tomato paste. I use, for my shrimp, I got frozen shrimp. Now this is frozen. Actually, this is 2 packs of cooked, peeled, deveined, and tailed off shrimp that I picked up from Walmart, which is the best way to get it. That way you don't have to, thaw it out and then peel off the tail. So get the peeled, deveined, and tailed off shrimp, and this goes in last. So that's actually 2 packs. It's 71 to 90 shrimp per pack. Again, my 3 scallions or green onions, I'm going to cut these up, put them in the crock pot with the butter until they get translucent. Then to that, I'm going to add, let's take it over here, I'm going to add the heavy cream. This is a heavy cream. Sometimes you can use a whipping cream, but be very careful. Make sure you get it a heavy cream. And you want to use 1 cup, a cup of heavy cream. And I'm going to list this all out on my blog. So if you go to delblogger.com, it will have all the ingredients and the measurements for each. I'm going to use a can. I just started to open up the can of potato, so ignore that. But cream of potato and cream of mushroom. I got 2 family sizes of that. Now the cornstarch. Some people use flour. I prefer to use cornstarch. And I'm going to use, I believe, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. That's going to thicken it up. Now here's the tricky part. Now obviously the butter's already in, so I don't need to worry about that. Put that in the crock pot. You can actually put it in the crock pot, or you can put it in your skillet and melt it. But I'm just going to put it in the crock pot. And maybe, oh, here's another can of mushrooms. Maybe I'll use both cans of mushrooms, maybe not. But again, this is 4 ounces of mushrooms. Now, this is the interesting part. Fish stock. I was going to use a vegetable stock or chicken stock, but I decided to get this fish sauce. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this along with just like maybe 3 cups of water, just to give it that little taste. And this is Thai Kitchen Premium Fish Sauce. Now, if you can get the fish stock, you're going to use 4 cups of that. But I'm going to do that. Use this instead and see how it turns out. Hope it turns out well. But again, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to slow cook everything in the crock pot for about 3 hours. Now, the last hour, before that 3rd hour, is when I'm going to put my shrimp in. So let's get started with getting everything else in the crock pot. We'll be right back. Now, like I said, I have the butter. I had already put the butter in. I turned it on high. I'm going to turn this down. Once I get these scallions cut up, put them in there. I'm going to let them cook for, another 5-10 minutes in there, because, you don't want to have to use too many pots, especially if you're going to slow cook. It makes it easier. One pot. That way you don't have to take a pot out, use a skillet. But just continue dicing up these scallions, very small. Then to this, you want to add your garlic, your mushrooms. You want to stir that. Just cut that up there. Okay. Finish cutting that up. I'm going to stir that in there. I'm going to add the mushrooms and the garlic. just 3. They got the 3 in there, and they're all going to saute. You know, you can use a crock pot where you can saute everything all at once. So let's get the mushrooms in there and the garlic. Okay, so to the melted butter, I added the 3 scallions. You can add more if you'd like. I used 1 tablespoon of minced garlic and the 2 cans of mushroom stems and pieces. I'm going to allow them to just, you know, crock pot simmer for about 5 minutes. When I cover that up, I'm going to let that simmer. And then to that, I am going to add the cornstarch, the heavy cream, the tomato paste, the can of cream of potato soup, the cream of mushroom soup, and then I'm going to add the fish, oil, and water. And that will cook for about 3 hours. Then, before that last hour, I will put the shrimp in. Okay, so now I've added the cup of heavy cream, the 1/4 cup of cornstarch, which is in here. I also added a little Creole seasoning. You can do some hot sauce seasoning, whatever you need to add to spice it up, because you know I like it a little bit spicy, and the tomato paste. So that's all in here, stirred up. In these other mixing cup, I have just a 1/4 cup of the fish sauce, just to give it that little fish sauce taste. And remember, I'm going to add 4 cups of water. Then we'll add the soups. We'll let all of that simmer for 3 hours. And remember, before that 3rd hour, probably about 30 minutes before that 3rd hour, I'm going to throw the shrimp in there, then top it with a little thyme to give it some nice aroma, and we'll have lunch or dinner on the table in less than 4 hours. So let's get everything in the crock pot. Let that get simmered. We're going to put the shrimp in the refrigerator and let that thaw out, and then we will have our shrimp bisque for dinner. After 2 hours of cooking, I removed the lid, and now I'm adding my shrimp, and it smells so good. Like I said, you can use the small shrimp, just put that in there, or you can use, actually they have what's called like a little salad shrimp, but I like chunky, big chunks of shrimp, and this crock pot is going to be brimming over. I need a bigger crock pot, but this is brimming over. I actually added the 4 cups of water. I'm going to put that in there, put the shrimp in, and now I'm going to sprinkle a little thyme. If you can't get fresh thyme, they have the thyme in the little packs here, or you can get it in the, you know, the little containers. But sprinkle a little thyme. I love thyme. I remember the song Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme when I was growing up in New Rochelle. But thyme gives it a nice aromatic smell. So now I'm going to cover this again for another hour, and then it will be time for dinner. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I wish we had smell-o-vision on YouTube, because this shrimp bisque is now done, and it smells wonderful. So we're just going to dip out a little bit. And as you can see, I have a lot, more than enough to serve and freeze and share. And this is just awesome. Chunks of potatoes and mushrooms and shrimp. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's delicious. And we're just gonna serve it in a big old bowl here with some soup or chowder crackers. It's great there, and it is perfect. We're gonna add a little crackers there, and this is our meal. If this is not delicious, I don't know what is. So this is Antoinette Blake from Del Blogger. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, and you'll see more pictures at Del Blogger. On Twitter at Delaware Blogger, And don't forget, my blog is adelblogger.com. This has been a special Friday Foodie feature coming to you from Antoinette Blake. Look at that, shrimp bisque. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Please remember, thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel so that you'll see more of these great Friday Foodie features. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. And as an outtake, don't forget your hot sauce. I found this at Archer Farms at Target. Roasted jalapeno and tomato. I'm going to use this on my shrimp bisque. Okay, this is not a sponsored post, but I just wanted to let you know that I found a new hot sauce. And you know I love my hot sauce. Again, thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me, Del Blogger on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, Delaware Blogger on Twitter. And don't forget my blog, Del Blogger. See ya!